Hello, this is Matt Miller from the ZDNet Mobile Gadgeteer. Last week I was lucky enough to attend the Windows Mobile Microsoft Mobius event with 20 other enthusiasts, and we were given an HTC Advantage 7510 from HTC that has Opera Mobile 9.5 running on it. Unfortunately, the ROM is not quite finalized on that device, but I was able to get Opera Mobile 9.5 on the older Advantage. So I'm going to give you a run through of Opera Mobile 9.5. And as I press the quick launch button, you'll see there's the splash screen for Opera Mobile, and it is now connecting to my homepage, which is set as my ZDNet blog. Now, this connection that I have is with my AT&T network, and as you can see, it bounces between 3G and HSDPA. I am not connected via Wi-Fi for this demonstration. So I'll give it a second and let the page load, and then we'll do a walkthrough of Opera Mobile 9.5, which, in my humble opinion, after using it for several days, it's the best mobile browser I've ever used. So my page is loaded. It didn't take too long, a few seconds, and as you can see, it's the full page. It's not the mobile page that it defaults to. This is the full ZDNet page, which, as you can see, is quite busy. And I've also got it set, and I'll show you the settings, for full screen automatic. So there's the full page. Now, if I wanted to zoom in on an area and like view an article, I'd do a double tap. It's got to be kind of a quick double tap, and the text reflows and zooms in and clears up. And then if I wanted to scroll around, just a simple finger swipe up and down, go side to side. If I do another double tap, it zooms back in, do another one, it zooms back out. Go scroll around the page and you get the full internet. Now this device also has accelerometer built in, so if I was to go like this, it quickly flips into portrait mode, and as you can see, it reformats the whole page, so now the page is still the full page, but it has a different view. Okay? Let's go back into landscape. Okay, now let me just run through some of the menus and options on this. We'll start with the menu bar, and as you can see, there's settings, transfers, page info, history, saved pages, help, and exit. Quickly going into settings here, you can set up your start page, default, current, user defined. Your display settings is what I have it on, automatic full screen, show images, block pop-ups, fit to screen. Then there's minimum font size, small, medium, and large. I believe there's also an option on the Advantage 7510 of mobile here on the display. I think there might be a newer version of Opera Mobile 9.5 in there. Delete cookies, delete cache, password management, and then there's some advanced cache settings, plugins, that kind of thing. So that's all of the settings in Opera Mobile. Pretty basic setup. Transfers, if you are downloading any applications or files, that kind of thing. I don't think I have any transfers, so I won't show any there. Page info just kind of gives you page info, size, title, URL, that kind of thing. Let's go to history. As you can see, you can look at your different browsing history. Today, yesterday, that kind of thing. Okay. Saved pages. You can actually save pages for offline browsing. Here's one I have. Just probably not going to look much different, but as you can see in the URL, it's file localhost, so it's actually caching and saving a page that I had designated to be saved. And then there's help, which is an online HTML or local HTML looking file that's for help. So that's all of the menus. Now, here we have the home button, which just takes you back to the home screen. And let me stop that transfer. I don't know why it's kind of locking up here. Haven't seen that before. Okay, there we go. So, let me stop loading that page. Actually, oh, that closes the tab, excuse me. Okay, so here's the tabs, and right now I have one. So let's say new tab, shows a page, let's go ahead and go to my favorites. Tap on JK on the run, and let me add another tab, one more tab here. I want to show you the Google Reader with the iPhone format. My tabs don't seem to be registering here. Just do a select. Okay, now there's our tab. So let's go back to my home page tab. As you can see, I've already shown you how we can scroll around there. And this here is your favorites button. I think I already kind of showed that accidentally. But there's my favorites. You can add favorites. You can file them in folders, email them, send them, that kind of thing. So you got a lot of options with favorites, which reminds me, let me go ahead and zoom in on one of these. Now, say if I'm just clicking on text, which is not a hyperlink, if I tap and hold, there's several options. Reload the page, add the favorite, portrait mode, save a page, text selection on, limit paragraph on, find in page. You can actually do a search of the page. Now, if I do that same tap and hold on a link, open the link in new tab, send it via MMS, SMS, email, or copy the link address. And let me see if I tap and hold on a picture, open the picture in a new tab, save the image, you can send it, send the image, send the link to where that image is, copy the link address. So there's several things you can do with the tap and hold that I was unable to show in pictures because it just wouldn't, the screen capture wouldn't capture that. Now let me just quickly go and I'll show you some of these tabs here. So this is JK on the run, and as you can see again, this is the full web. I mean, this is the internet. This is not a mobile formatted or anything else page, and it's fully usable on this device. And then let me show you Reader. Now this is the iPhone Reader, and at first you might say, oh, that's not very usable. But see, if we simply go over here, do a double tap, bring it over, and now look at, that's quite readable. So let's just kind of scroll through here. What do we got going on in my Google feeds? Let's see, the last day of Mobius. There's Judy's story about her MacBook Air. So if I tap on that, and there you can see it opens up, kind of just gives a brief part of her blog post. If I tap it once again, it closes it. Minimize and maximize, I guess, is what it's doing there. So the iPhone version is quite usable. You could also go back to the more traditional Google Reader Mobile if you wanted to. I think this is the mobile version I have on here, not the, this is the mobile version. And you can see you get that the mobile look and feel, but I kind of like the iPhone one myself. So let's go back, and that's about it. That's Opera Mobile on Opera Mobile 9.5, which hopefully is coming to more devices soon because it really is an outstanding browser. I mean, I'm not limited by anything pretty much with this browser. I can copy, paste, I can actually access my ZDNet custom WordPress. So with this device and with this browser, I think I have found my new blogging and new mobile platform. I may not even need my Fujitsu UMPC. So there's a quick look at Opera Mobile 9.5 from Matt Miller, ZDNet Mobile Gadgeteer.